Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Wildwitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildwitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. Now we create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features a high-stakes adventure where ancient secrets, dark ambitions, and forbidden magic collide. As the Whispered One's shadow spreads, our heroes must face unimaginable horrors or watch the world fall to ruin. With us at the table, we have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. And like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder. And we'll begin with an introduction for Vess.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Bath. Bath is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who, after a brief stint back home on the Sword Coast, finds himself stumbling across the multiverse once again. This week's fun fact about Bath, I thought I'd provide a little bit of context behind his seemingly random purchase of a viol last session. As I think I mentioned in a previous fun fact, I think Bath had trained classically with several instruments growing up when his parents were trying to keep him out of trouble. And the viol was actually one of the instruments that he is officially trained on. He does just have innate talent where he can just pick instruments up and play them, but this is one of the ones he studied. And he's essentially Faerun's Vitamin String Quartet. He just does covers of all of the awesome songs that you know and love, but on a viol.
Alright, heck yeah. Next up for our introductions, what do we learn about Hugh?
I am Stefan. I'm playing Hugh DeVere, a slashing, flamboyant, fencing master combatant now. My fun fact about him is, like the Jack Nicholson's Joker, he likes to ask people if they've ever danced the devil in the pale moonlight. But he's not doing it threateningly. He just bringing it up in casual conversation because he was dancing with Fast in the moonlight a couple weeks ago and had a really nice time. So he's asking if anyone else has had an experience like that.
Oh, I love it. Alright, and then let's learn about Romulus.
Hi, my name is Ronald, and I play Romulus. Fun fact about him is you don't want to be on his list of people he has to hunt down.
Definitely
So
an
behave.
accurate statement. Alright. Well then, we can dive into our session here. And where we had left off, you had made it to the Astral Sea. But not only that, you had faced off against some strange anglerfish type creatures waiting for you amongst the stars. Bested them and are now making your way down to the ship on the corpse of some great ancient dead thing that, of course, you feel the pull of the next piece of the rod from down here. As you descended towards the stern castle of the wreck, passing by the masts and the ruined sails, you would have noticed two armored Githyanki patrolling on the deck. And are you trying to avoid them? Or are you trying to talk to them? That is our next question.
I believe we got their attention, didn't we?
Did you get their attention? I didn't know. You might have called out to them.
Yeah, I feel like we did, and
All right. Well then, as you call out to the two patrolling Githyanki, oh, you're pretty far for travelers.
yes. Well, we not here because we want to be, but we are looking for an item that might be a part of this shipwreck. Is this a recent thing, or has this been like this for a while?
Well, hard to say when you're in the astral sea. Don't you know time don't exist out here?
Okay. Well, relative to your time, how long do you think you've been here?
The second night sort of rolls her eyes. Long enough. Look, you're looking for an item. Tell us true. You pirates?
No.
Great. And she'll stick her hand out. Name's Zastra.
Romulus. And I reach out for a hand.
And she'll shake it.
These are my compatriots, and I allow them to introduce themselves.
And Vath.
Ooh.
The grumpy one over here is Lyson.
Is everyone okay?
Lyson gives a bit of a sigh. Somewhat. We had a mission, and if we're being quite honest, it's been a few months that we've been out here.
Mm.
There was some sort of fancy magic stuff done to the prow, but the ship crashed. I think it was because of that, but teleportation magic's it's gone wonky. Can't really get to the other parts of the wreck here. So, there are, without being able to jump here or there, all sorts of nasty crawlies in between, so we're sticking tight. But, so we don't really know what's going on the other wrecks, if people are out there and doing alright. But we've got plenty of people here. You'll probably want to talk to Ilrin. He sort of stepped in, become an interim leader. First mate is ill.
Well, I guess we'll talk to them, see if we can be of assistance and also solve our own problem. Do you know if there's anyone coming for you? I know I'm pretty confident the Astro Sea doesn't exactly have shipping lanes, so I don't know if there's anyone. But if you haven't arrived somewhere in enough time, you think someone will be out looking for you?
Zastra shakes her head. I doubt it. No, we're out here on our own, and until something can get done, if we can get to the captain, should she still be around, I might be able to get something accomplished here, but no one's taking a chance, not with them aberrant monsters out there.
Right. Okay. Which way to your leader?
Bison, give me a moment. And he just sort of steps a few feet aside and will call out for Illirin. And as this happens, it's about a minute or so later that you hear the heavy footsteps and you see who must be Illirin coming up. A GIF in full uniform comes stepping forward.
Ooh, big boy.
Well, I must say, we have not had any other survivors come to us before.
We were not part of the ship. We sort of just got here.
Not heard of people just arriving in the astral sea either.
Yeah, I can guarantee you we're not pirates, but we are here looking for an item.
An item, you say? Well, I will do what I can. So, what assistance can I be of your search for this item?
Kind of look to the others, but like kind of give you guys a look like how much should I say or like uh,
Above table, that's a really great question. I was wondering the same thing. Um,
okay, I'll be straightforward and vague as possible.
that's a good idea.
Well, we're looking for it looks like a rod piece, like it's supposed to be off, like it's connects to something, green in color and a bit of a silver around it that's kind of encasing it.
As he scratches at his chin.
Should be, and I kind of like use my hands to like give the rough like length and size of it.
As he scratches his chin. Well, I can't say that I've seen anything of that, but I am not really part of this crew. My skiff crashed into Havoc, and I was lucky enough to be near to this portion of the ship. So, while I have no recollection of what you're looking for, feel free to search around the lambent zenith wreck as you see fit, and, well, be wary of traversing across the remains. There are creatures out there. But you are welcome
Yeah.
to stay and make camp with the rest of us, and I will do my best as the acting leader to help if you need it.
How genuine does he seem?
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be pirates. Um,
The artwork for the other two looks pirate adjacent.
I got a 15.
Uh, Does anyone else want to roll insight?
Yeah, that has been trying to read these folks. That's a natural one. Bass has a song stuck in his head and is not paying super attention to this conversation.
Is that what an advantage? Because I think we have advantage on insight, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's totally right. That's totally right. That's a 2. So
Dice gods are
Oh,
like,
he
yeah,
has a song stuck in his head.
you've got a song in your
this
head.
guy is the most trustworthy man in the universe.
Um, with a 15, there's something about Illirin that's a little off-putting, but you can't put your finger on it. Maybe it's best to stay wary, but you're not quite sure why.
Okay. Uh, your hospitality is grace most appreciated. Is there any other shipwrecked individuals that we could talk? Maybe they've seen the item.
Well, yes, there are, of course. The Lambit is in its crew that have survived on this portion. You may even head down to the galley. Sira there is working on a most excellent lunch, I'm assuming.
Thank you. I will head in the direction he pointed to.
Okay.
Unless there's anything you guys want to ask him.
Um, I was gonna just mention to Ilrin, are you and your found crew bored to tears yet? I heard some folks have been here for a while.
We make do. There are plenty of figures that, entertain themselves, and there are stories abound, but one must always keep vigilant when there are monsters on the loose, so we have not yet found ourselves gnawing upon our legs for lack of entertainment.
Well, if you find yourself in need of some entertainment, and Bass will kind of motion towards his back where he has the viol strapped, I could potentially provide some in repayment to your generosity.
An artisan! What a noble pursuit in life, yes. Well, if you feel inspired to share your talents with us, we will heartily accept them.
Oh, I will say before we leave, so the Githyanki are part of his crew, or they're part of the original shipwreck?
They're part of the original shipwreck, it seems.
I will ask. Will assume that we might have to traverse the other parts of the ship. Your captain, if they survive, what do they look like?
I need to pull up that information because I don't have it at the top of my head.
You gotta be ready, God, for
I
anything.
I know where to find the information. It's Zastra, who answers. I have very little doubt that the captain survived. Captain Inda is... she's something else. She's, angelic would be the best way to, put it.
Celestial?
Assume so, but the captain's quite, quiet about her blood and whatnot, but she's got a wing. One of them is, prosthetic, as is her leg. But she's got these blue-silver tattoos about her arms, and she's otherworldly. You know her when you see her.
Ooh, sounds like a woman after my heart. All right, cool. I will me and the crew will keep a lookout for her. And if she's celestial, she might be tougher, hardier than you think. Cat.
Yes, he
Sorry.
meows. Lyson will. Well, how about I walk you out to the galley? That way you can see what Cassira's up to.
Sure. Just don't push me off the gangplank.
Don't give me a reason to. So, uh, do 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 do. Bison will lead you through and bring you to. Oh, it would help if I actually raced. So bringing you through that first main section and into the furthest door brings you to the galley where you would see that a woman is present.
Ooh.
There is the sound of sizzling and the smell of spices that emanate before you even step into the room. But you see this tall orc woman. She is in black leather armor, working busily upon the stove, with a gold tattoo of a crescent moon surrounding her left eye. And Lyson will. Oi! Isira! We got guests! And she'll turn and. Well, I hope you guys are hungry. Know that extra tea will mess with the stomach, but it seems to soothe people around here.
Mm. I can eat as I stare at the others.
What you got cooking?
Right now, slop. Later, gruel. It's very hearty, very flavorful. Sticks to the ribs. You hear the sound of her cleaver cutting through some unknown meat.
Hey, I need to ask
Ooh.
a question.
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at the map,
Uh-huh.
and I know that the shipwreck is in the corpse of some huge things. You can see the bones, like the
Yes.
ribs. There's a bunch of pink fleshy bits.
Yes.
Is it actually fleshy bits, or is it so old that it's just the bones?
It's more just the bone. So, like, the corpse has sort of calcified by this point. So it's perhaps still reminiscent in color of fleshy bits, but the texture is of rock.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm just
no.
also second part to the question, trying to figure out if what she's cooking is little bit of the corpse that they shipwrecked into.
Unlikely.
This,
Unlikely? Okay.
it might be those little angler fish looking things we killed earlier.
I mean, those were pretty big, but yeah.
Hmm. Would they still be there?
They'll probably just float until, like,
We all float
harpooned
too.
and brought in.
Uh, I'll be back in a sec. And I kind of step out to go grab, see if I can grab one. 'Cause, I mean, they weren't too far away. And it's not been that long since we killed them, right? Or no?
Do you
Or did you
have...
part?
No, because you could fly in the astral plane. Yeah. Yeah, you could
Yeah,
grab one.
that's why.
Yeah, if you want to just, shoot up and grab one, pull it back down, for sure.
Yeah, I'll go get it. Get one that's mostly intact.
For sure.
Um, and I'll come back inside the kitchen and like, we killed one of these earlier. Um, hopefully it will help out.
Why don't you put that one back up on the deck? I'll have one of the other ones start cutting it up so I can actually keep it in here.
Understood. I'll leave it on top of the deck.
Yeah, more people like you, perhaps we'd have things better than gruel and slop.
Just trying to help. You wouldn't have happened. Were you part of the original crew of the ship?
Part of the crew. I'm the second mate.
Right. Um, you wouldn't have had to seen an item that looks like kind of like a rod piece, and looks like it might connect to others.
As soon
It's
as you
green.
say rod piece, there is the sound of the cleaver suddenly hitting the chopping board. And you can see a tension in Kaisera's shoulders.
You okay?
She'll turn over her shoulder and steps away from the stove for a moment to walk past your group and close the door, leaving it just the three of you and her in here. And as she looks back at you, you can see that there is an age of experience here, in perhaps not so docile careers. She seems muscular and ready.
Before anything crazy happens, I promise you we're not here to rob anything. If you're the owner of the piece, we can maybe make a trade, but we are in search of it, and I promise you we mean no harm to this crew.
Roll me a persuasion roll.
I am charismatic. I hope. Persuasion. I am charismatic. Hey, yo.
I should hope so, given your classes.
16? I have a +8.
16 will cause her to ease up a bit here. Alright. Well, if you ain't here for harm to the crew about this, why are you searching for it?
We're adventurers, and we have been tasked with dealing with a very, very powerful evil, and it's to our understanding that the rod piece will help us seal the great evil.
And she'll nod, takes this in for a moment, and then speaks again, wary of the closed door. All right. Yeah. So, I think this broad piece you're looking for is something I'm familiar with. We were known for amazing feats of travel lambing cities. It's because we had this magic artifact. Rare, powerful. course, with my line of work before meeting up with Captain Inda. Know a thing about rare and powerful. And she gives a wink, sort of conspiratorially. So I helped her create a security system to protect it. It was stored in a safe room at the front of the ship. But when we crashed, the wards should have sealed up the room's doors. While the wards are active, the safe room's inaccessible.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, and is there like a pass key or some way to get to it?
Don't know everything about how to get to it. I helped design it, but it'd be best if only the captain knew all the details. Oh, maybe first mate, Figaro might have more details, but he's not in his best state right now. I
Uh,
know that there's one rune for the wards placed within the ship's stateroom. I don't know the second rune.
Did we talk to the first thing? Perhaps we can heal him. Um,
Well, he's not opening up that door for anyone, but we can certainly try.
oh wait, is he just like not in his right mind right now, or?
Potentially, he's going through something. And, well, he's locked himself in the stateroom and doesn't let anyone in.
Okay, well, I think um, between the three of us, I'm sure we can non-lethally take him down. I don't think I have any. You wouldn't, Vass, you wouldn't have like greater restoration or anything, would you?
Oh, nothing nearly that powerful.
I have.
I can,
I think I can cure wounds.
Hmm.
yeah, I can cure basic wounds as well, but anything over and above that's a bit beyond my capabilities.
I can
Right.
cast mending.
Of course, the battle junkies without any true heal. Um,
Oh, guys, I just this is the thing in the new 2024 rules. My background I didn't think of. I have guidance. So just be aware of that going forward. I can do that on your skill checks.
cool. Duly
It,
noted. I have lesser restoration, but that's more of a conditions thing.
Now, if they are recently dead, I could revive them. Do you want to do
Hmm.
the old video game trick of killing them and instantly reviving them to remove the status condition?
it's a video game.
Yeah, what is this video game you talk about, Bobby? Um, hmm. I have dispel magic, so if there's something magical afflicting him, I could dispel it. Or I can use protection of good and evil. Hmm. Can you give us more details on like what he started doing? Was he muttering or saying? phrases, or do you seem possessed?
Well, didn't seem possessed or nothing. But he definitely didn't seem to be acting his normal self. It's... Well, I ain't really one for, knowings about, medicine or the mind or nothing like that. Typically, my knowledge of people goes to, how you can kill them.
Same. Same. Well, I guess all we can do is just try and knock on the door. Are you okay with us, going in there and attempting to help him and also see if we can find this rune?
I mean, you're welcome to try. Just head down the stairs into the companion way, and you'll be able to see where the stateroom door is. And you can try and talk to him.
Is the door barred or is it just like kind of locked?
Well, he's a mage, so it might
Oh,
be a little more tricksy than some other things going on.
that is helpful information. Good to know. Um, all right. You guys have anything you want to ask or?
Not at present.
To the door? To the door. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get you guys down there. All right.
Where did we uh touch down on the shipwreck? Was it the trying to think, in the top down view, is it the lower piece?
This one. So there.
Oh, that one. Okay.
All right, and let's just
Gang, gang. Gangplank.
there we go. Um,
Ooh.
wheel doorways just a little bit. So that way you guys know what can be explored. So, entering down into the companionway, you are able to see the placard on the wall that indicates the stateroom. and you see that the forward end of the hallway is buried into the flesh of this creature. Havoc, if you recall what Ilrin said. Where the stern end holds two doors, and then the stairways that lead upwards that you would come down upon one. The port side door bears the gilded plaque reading stateroom.
Knock, knock.
As you knock, you hear something, a sort of buzz, begin to appear on the other side of the door. It's like a little hum of arcane energy.
I step to the side.
Yeah, Vass takes a couple steps back from the store.
Okay. Yeah. You step back. Nothing seems to happen. No explosion or anything like that.
God, what was his name?
Figaro.
Figaro, sorry. Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Figaro, my name is Romulus. I'm an adventurer, and we would like to help the ship and the crew. I believe you have some information that could help us.
No information.
How does he sound? Does he sound like disturbed?
His voice sounds a little shaky.
Is there any way we can come in and talk to you?
No information.
Oh, no more locked doors. Um, is it is the door magically locked? Like, can I do an Arcana?
I'd say roll for me an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay.
While Romulus looks at the door, Vass wants to cast the invisibility.
Okay. Don't see anything, at least not currently. Romulus with a 12, you can tell that the door is locked, but you don't know how, if it's magical or just mechanical.
Is there a lock on the outside, or is it?
Yeah, it's like, normal locked door.
Okay.
You still hear that hum, by the way, the arcane energy.
Look, we don't mean you any harm. We really want to help the crew, and we have it on good authority that you can be of aid.
No, no. Wait for things. Wait for the captain. The captain can help.
We want to save your captain, and at least find them, and we need your help to do that.
No help here. No help for all of us.
Look at that.
Vass will look to Romulus and be like, there's an arcane hum on this door. Do you think that's the ward? Like, is the first mate in the safe room? Like, maybe there's powerful items in there that are like messing with
No.
him.
I don't think so. I know he has one of the rooms in there to open the safe, but I don't think he's in the safe. From what I understand, I believe the safe was in the front of the ship, right?
Uh,
Is what she just because we're like towards the back of the ship, right?
yeah, you're on the stern
If it like
castle.
yeah,
Do. Where is that one located?
hmm,
Yeah, it's in the forecastle. So
yeah. So I don't think he's in it. So um, oh, but if we're gonna go up there, we're gonna need that rune to help open it to get what we need. And then we could, and if on the off chance that we can't, if we do find the captain and they're not, alive, we'll still need his piece of the puzzle.
Hmm. Did I see anything when I cast the invisibility?
no, you do not see anything with see
No.
invisibility.
Okay.
Okay. You think you can try and unlock that door?
I mean, yeah, I can. Um,
As soon
if
as we get it
he,
open.
if yeah, like we might want to cast silence or something, because as soon as we get the door open, I'm sure he's gonna not be happy about that, and I don't want to bring the whole crew down upon us.
Yeah. Um,
As you say that,
don't.
go ahead, roll for me an insight check.
It's better. That's a 27.
27.
Damn.
Um,
I roll
you
advantage, so
yeah.
fine.
Uh, as you think about it, maybe the key to getting uh, to Figaro lies in the other crew. If you can find some way to have them vouch for you, maybe that'll have him trust you enough to open up the door.
We can go back to the chef and ask her.
Was Vastra telling us about Vi Vigaro as well?
Uh,
Or no? Can't remember.
I believe Ilrin mentioned that the first mate was not feeling his best, not feeling himself when you were talking with
Oh,
the three of them up there.
okay. I don't want to talk to Ilrin. Um, yeah, yeah, we could try. If, uh, God darn, I literally wrote down everybody's name except for the chef. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Huh?
There are, you know that there are other people here in the camp. There are rooms that you have not explored yet.
But it feels so wrong just going through people's stuff.
I mean, you don't have to
But
go
okay.
through people's stuff. You can just search the
Well,
room.
nah, it's implied. Let's go into the other rooms and search this stuff.
So, what
Is there
rooms would you like to go
a
to?
room nearby?
There are 2 rooms here. Because you're down in this area.
How lit? Since are they locked?
Approaching the rooms? No, they do not appear to be locked.
Open.
Okay. Do. Where? There it is. As you open this room, it looked to be a bit of a quarters for the crew. And while there are no people here currently, you would see that the walls are covered with these colorful pieces of wood, each of them seeming to have something written on it.
What do they say?
Moving closer past the empty bunks and hammocks, you would notice that the pieces of wood each has a name scribbled on it in smudged graphite. It seems that these are makeshift remembrance markers. They honor those who died in the Lambit Zenith's crash.
Mm-hmm. Anything else in the room, or that's it?
That's really it in this room.
Okay. Fast. You see anything in the other room?
Yeah, is this door locked?
That door's not locked.
I'll open it,
All
I
right.
guess, to look in.
As Vas, you open the door, we will see what waits on the other side after upcoming ad break. So, hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue along with our story. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They help us here at Will Witch RP. Another great way of supporting us is going to be direct donations to my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen and in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the... nope, we don't have that anymore. Just really helps keep our games affordable. So, stick around and we will see you guys very soon. All right, we are back in action, and as we are returning, Vass, you are opening up a door. A door
Ah,
that
yes, I was.
is unlocked and reveals to you a storage space. And you just see unused rigging, dusty old sails, you know.
Nothing cool that's invisible.
Nothing cool that's invisible. Hugh,
Okay. Oh,
however,
oh.
Hugh, you hear something coming from somewhere, maybe in the storage room, as you sort of follow sound, stepping further in. What it is that becomes clearer. It's muffled shouting, and it comes from beneath you.
Okay.
And I don't hear this?
Not with your passive perception, no.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
But
Who puts his ear to the floorboard on the ground?
I would say that, Vass, this would cue you into something uh, that is here. Um,
What are you doing down there?
Noises.
I try really hard to open my ears and hear these noises.
I'd say that, you know, if you kind of kneel down, get closer to the ground, kind of like Hugh is, you'd start to hear the muffled screams too, the shouting.
I want to check something.
Can we see if we can figure out a way to get down?
Yeah, I'd say roll for me a investigation check.
18.
With an 18, Hugh, you would notice there are loose floorboards that jut up beneath a canvas tarp that's on the ground.
Can I try something before we do anything?
Yeah.
I don't know if this will work, but I'm gonna try and cast message in the direction of the shouting.
Let me just check something here real quick. As you try to cast the spell, unfortunately, you don't believe that it connects to whatever's beyond. Oh.
You figured out where it's coming from? You?
Not from below us.
And you did find those loose floorboards.
Okay, let's see if we can pry them open and get beneath here.
As I come around to the doors, you guys find anything?
As you come to the door,
Let's see if we
it's
can get.
just as Hugh is prying these floorboards open.
What's going on? What's going on? Why are we tearing up the ship?
Yank.
Vass will stand up uh, and be like, "There's shouting coming from under the floorboards. I guess you found loose floorboards."
Hey,
As you open up the floorboards, you do see what looks to be a secret passage of sorts.
hmm. Curiouser and curiouser. Um, how far does this pathway go?
Uh, that's a great question. Um, about 10 feet or so down.
Who wants to go first?
You on that found this. Do you want to go first?
I'll go. Okay. Lanzi. Oh,
So
you dropped.
Hugh drops down and do. Let me do a little erasing. There we go. So, as Hugh drops down, there is small cells with thin iron bars as you kind of step out of this one room, and from one of the cells, the shouting is much more clear. Help! Help! Someone!
You rushes over to the voice.
As you rush over to the voice, you see
Engage in some daring do. Flush off some box.
you see a halfling gripping at one of the bars. And she seems relieved to see you. Please, please, you need to get me out of there. There is terrible trouble here.
Okay, are you in immediate danger?
Everyone is
in immediate danger.
Everyone is in immediate danger.
What's happening?
Ilrin is a slud.
Uh-oh. Would you know what's blood?
Yes, you dealt with some slods back in...
Fought
That's
some.
right.
Yeah.
We have fought some. Okay, okay. Did you get egged?
No, but he's been talking weird things. He keeps me down here so I don't tell people about him, but I need help so that everyone can know.
Okay, Hugh's gonna look, get her out of get her out of there.
As you try to open her cell, it is locked.
Okay, can I try and force or unlock the...
If you have thieves' tools, you can try and unlock the door.
Oh, I have those in my inventory. I
trying
do
to.
have a crowbar though.
I'll say then you can roll your athletics check with advantage to pry open the door.
How about an 18?
An 18. Vass and Romulus, it's been a few minutes since you dropped down. The shouting seems to have quieted some, and then you hear a crash of metal.
I think we should go check on your friend.
Yeah, let's see what that was. Vass will descend through the passage.
And before I do, I'll close the door to the little closet,
Yeah, for sure.
and I'll do my best to try to pit the floorboard above us as well.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I'll follow behind.
As you follow behind, you would see where Hugh has forced open a door and let out a halfling who is sort of righting her robes, but seems flush in the cheeks. You think this might be the source of the shouting.
Who's
Hello, miss.
who's friend?
She'll look up. I'm Sirit. I am the priest here on the Lambent Senate.
Awesome. Any reason why you're down here?
Yes, because I know of Ilrin's secret.
You know, I did get a vibe off him, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to make assumptions.
No need to make any assumptions. I have seen his nature. He is a death lord, and everyone is in trouble while he runs around.
Oh.
Vass swears in Infernal while also making an insight check on this halfling.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
I also will do an insight check on her, because I mean, she could be full of shit.
Anyone?
Only an 11.
Romulus, she's hard to read. Vass with a 21, she's not deceiving you. He's very much being truthful here.
At least to her knowledge.
At least to what you can tell.
If
Oh, wow,
she's lying, she doesn't know she is.
She's very pretty though. God dang.
I love her.
Do I see a wedding ring on her finger?
You do not.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. But you know, this is first, right? No, obviously, you know, Hugh saved her first, so you know, he gets damsel in distress dibs. Um, but all right. So hmm. Do you have a way of exposing him? Besides, I don't know, I guess revealing that, hey, I'm here. Do any of the other crew members know that you're missing?
I mean, I typically played cards. He's not a crew member. He was another figure that got ship wrecked here upon Havoc. His name is Deverus, and he probably has noticed that I haven't been showing up for cards, but now the only other person that I was frequent in contact with recently was Figaro, but he didn't do anything. I suspect that Ilrin has some magical corruption in his mind.
He does. He has been apparently been paranoid and locked himself up in the room.
Yes.
Well, You said you're a priest. You think you can heal him mentally, or
If we can thwart Ilrin, so that way he can, not interfere with anything, yes.
right? We'll need to get Ilrin. Do you think the other the Githyanki Knights, can they be trusted?
Oh, shoot. If you're talking about anyone, really, at least from the Laments and its crew, yes, they can be trusted. They're quite loyal, but this Ilrin figure, an outsider, one that I've seen now has been trying to take advantage of our misfortunate situation. He delights in the suffering of others.
Hmm. Kisara, you think she'll help us take him down?
Potentially. She is a trained figure with many assorted weapons, but it's been quite some time since she wielded them as such.
Right.
Retired, she said.
What of your card companion? You think they're much of a fighter?
Tavares is perhaps not the best. Enough to scrape by, but most people are in bad states after what has happened here.
Okay. Well, I don't. To be fair, I don't want to drag anyone else if not need be, but yeah, I don't want to just attack him out of nowhere and Ilrid just is able to convince them that we're lost our minds and we are literally the newest people here. Like we just got here, and I don't want to just start attacking someone
I believe
and throwing.
that should you engage with him in some sort of combat, he will not be focused on holding up his illusion, instead, trying to fight back. It might reveal his true nature. He seems a boastful type.
Okay.
She has said that she's a priest. Is she? Do I see any holy symbols um on her person? Can I tell without asking what kind of um priest she is? What deity she follows?
Uh, Let me check here real quick.
Got an idea, guys.
Okay.
All ears.
You could like go up under the guise of socializing and ask them like, what's the most impressive thing you've ever fought or something, and see what they say. And then we could like casually slip in like, hey Hugh, remember that time we we fought a bunch of Claude,
Yeah.
and see how he reacts. I don't know. That's as far as I got.
You do not see immediately a deity on Sirit's person.
Okay. Well, you're a priestess of. I asked her.
Do-do-do. Let me just check something here real quick. Do-do-do-do. I'll make sure that I'm saying the right one. She will claim to need just a moment before she pulls from underneath her robes a amulet, and you see a symbol for Yandala.
Not familiar.
Roll for me a religion check.
Ugh, 12.
You would recall Yandala. She is a halfling goddess of fertility and protection, sometimes known as the Hearth Mother.
Okay. Well, I will. I'm willing to take your side on this. And anything to help the crew out. We are, but also, well, actually, I guess we wouldn't need to have any more questions about. We already know, kind of technically know where the rod piece might be at. So, right. Uh, my friend Vass here has an idea of trying to talk to him. Um, do you have any offensive capabilities
No.
or specifically?
Yandala blesses me with sight of creatures' truest selves and the ability to heal, but that is it.
Okay, so we are on our own for this one, right?
I will accompany you to make sure that the other crew members do not interfere. And that way we know that if they do, they have been corrupted by the mind.
Would you be able to do something for them?
I will try. Depends on how strong Ilrin's manipulations are and how deep the seeds have been sown.
Okay. All right. Stay a little far back. We'll try to do Vass's tactic and catch him, put his guard down, and maybe get him alone. And
I could
that work?
perform. I could sing a song. You guys can be monitoring how you react.
Oh yeah, about
Already
killing
off here.
Slot.
All right. Yeah. I was actually thinking of composing something as you guys were chatting. And it's to the tune of Devil Went Down to Georgia, but it's like Red Slod went to Calamon or something. And it'll be like this like kitchen like viol riff and like throwing shade at this flawed character that Vass and company defeated. It'll be really obnoxious too if you're a slod listening to it.
Sounds good.
See if we can goad him into making a mistake.
Especially, actually, if we invite the entire crew or during lunch or whatever they're about to eat. You perform the song, we see his reaction, maybe get him to do something or act up.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if I have anything that. By any chance, do you think dispelled magic will work on his illusion? His what's allowing him to masquerade?
Eventually, Sarah will say after some thought.
Okay. I can cast dispel magic. If I can get near him, and in the middle of the song, and while Hugh's in a better position of flanking him, uh, I'll cast. I'll cast it, and he'll hopefully drop his disguise.
I like it.
Okay.
Right. Um, where do you guys normally eat? Maybe you can go. You can go ahead and find a spot to hide while we gather the crew for lunch.
The mess hall. That area. Up near the
Okay.
galley.
We
Find a
have a potion
barrel.
of invisibility.
I think I gave that away.
Did we give it to one of the people, one of the first
Yeah,
groups of people we saved?
Yeah, I believe that
yeah,
was given away.
yeah, I gave that to her
Yeah,
in case
okay.
like something happened. Yeah. Um, and I do not have the spell of invisibility. I have see invisibility.
Okay. I have the ability to take a bonus action to make myself invisible.
Well, I just
I
need
was
her
just
to like maybe
thinking.
you can hide behind some
Yep.
barrels or something in the mess hall.
Yeah.
If I can lure out Deveris, he can hide me.
Okay. Do you need us to get you to him, or do you think you can find him without being seen?
I think Yandala will bless me. I can get to him without being noticed.
All right. Well, how much time do you think you need to get ready in position?
Not much at all.
All right, we'll start gathering everyone then.
Alright. Then you all can scurry out and make your way across the different levels of the decks. Talk to, the crew that you come across.
Yeah. Promoting dinner or lunch with Musical entertainment.
Okay.
Word.
So, let's see how many you'd gather. So, you have Javaris, Ilrin, Kaysera, 5 other sailors, Lyson and Zastra. Yeah, that'll be it.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yep. So, Sarah comes around, places bowls around, and just takes a spoon and ladles the slop into the different bowls, walking around making sure everyone's got some. She'll give an extra serving to Vass. Need some meat on your bones.
A vassal wink.
And, but yeah, you've got a nice collection here for lunch, drawn by perhaps Kaisera's cooking and the sound of a show, something they haven't had in a while.
Yeah. Vass could probably get them warmed up and like into it with like a nice shanty, There's Privateers. Maybe roll into the Battle of Vogler, and then so that he makes sure he's captured everyone's attention, including Ilrin's, before he moves into the Red Slod went to Kalamon City.
All right, go ahead, roll for me a performance.
Okay,
I believe in you.
well, it's not my best performance.
What
It's
about
a
guidance
dirty 20.
from on you?
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. I cast guidance on you.
You
It's
got
a
this.
D4.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a D4.
4! It's a
Look
24.
at that. Okay, it's a good performance. You know, people are getting into it. While this is happening, anyone who wants to look over at Ilrin to gauge his response, I'll ask for an insight roll.
Does that include Vass? Or is Vass too enamored in his own performance?
I will say that is up to you.
Wow. Only an 11.
21.
All right. Romulus, he's hard to read. Vass, however, you would notice there is a coldness in his disposition. His face still seems that cheery sort of presentation that he has put on. But it's empty. It's a facade. You can see that much easily.
Can we tell? Is he like more into the performance and Vass's words and stuff like right now? Like, would he notice like me getting closer?
Hard to say with an 11.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will kind of motion to nod my head towards Hugh to kind of like start getting closer to him as I prepare a card and speaking the incantations of Dispel Magic.
Is there a role I could do? I don't know if it would be persuasion or something, or intimidation maybe, to like try and goad him with the lyric to see if he maybe breaks out of his facade himself. Um, maybe.
I'd say an intimidation roll.
Okay. That's a 27.
Ooh. Intimidate the hell out of him.
So, what happens here? Is nope. He waits until your performance comes to an end, Vass. Um, that's when he sort of politely dabs at his mouth with a handkerchief and puts it down. An interesting tale, of course. But I do find your rendition to be inaccurate of Slot. You see, I'm a passive, interested scholar in the subject, and well, doesn't seem quite true to their nature.
I can promise you the tale is an accurate retelling of something that you and I and another friend of ours who isn't with us today, he's not dead, he's just not here with us. Um, actually, yeah, actually went through not long ago.
And I mean, I wasn't there, but I've run into slots before myself, and it seems generally what when I've encountered them, how they are perceived.
Well, I find inaccuracies amongst your lyrics. Your performance skills are quite renowned as well. Just as I thought. A great addition to the camp's morale.
Thank you.
If he doesn't make a move, I will finish the incantation and throw a card at his feet, and there's kind of a flash as I cast Dispel Magic.
And this is just straight third level, right?
Yes. Do I need the roll?
I need to check something. Sorry, I was just making sure all tokens were accounted for. Yes, if you could please roll for me it'll be a charisma check.
Charisma check.
Mm-hmm.
14.
As you finish your incantation and you throw the card down, the energy you pull upon from the weave grabs hold of the image of Ilrin and tugs on the thread, unraveling it as before the eyes of you and the rest of the crew, the rotund gif disappears. And instead, you see the true form that Sirit had warned you of. The Death Slot standing in his place.
Well, what do you know?
Immediately the sailors begin to move away, drawing their swords in defense. And we're gonna roll initiatives.
Are the Gith Yankee Knights there or no?
They are. I just haven't put them on yet.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Ugh. 8. I gotta do something about my initiative or something. It's like every time. Every time.
Oh, Hugh, that's really low for you.
They would have been sitting back there. Alright, so let's add to initiative. Alright, we've got our combat as most of our sailors and others are going to be focusing on defending each other, making sure they don't lose any more of their number. Vas, you get to go first.
Alright. That is going to think to himself, usually the spotlight comes before the performance. But he is going to kind of put his hands up, and as he does that, his entire body is wreathed in cool light, kind of like a natural spotlight is put on him as he casts Fount of Moonlight. So I'm concentrating. So I think we use blue for that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm concentrating on that spell. That was my action. Vas will look at Ilrin, and as he draws both of his cat scimitars, he will say, I may have told a small fib before. I have buckled some swash in my days. And then he'll just get ready for the next round of combat.
Alrighty. It is Ilrin's turn next, and first thing Ilrin does, he's going to move away from this area. He does not like how crowded this is. So as he moves past the open door, this will provoke an attack of opportunity from Romulus should you wish to take it.
I will. And I will use my new Cold Flame Sword. That's an 18.
An 18 just hits.
Oh, 11. So 17 or 18 total damage. 7 of it is cold damage, if that matters.
Let's see if that does. Yes, it will. Seems resistant to cold.
Okay, duly noted.
And as he moves back, hindered by some of the frost, he moves out onto the deck. And yeah, you know what? He'll dash. Alrighty. So, as Ilrin moves away, Hugh, it'll be your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to go with this basics here of a abomination that we're going to kill it with fire. So, three hunters mark on it. And,
Well, he has run out, so what is your movement speed?
my movement speed, as we all know, is very impressive, of 50 feet.
Then yeah, you'd be able to follow Ilrin, so that way you could cast your Hunter's Mark.
Yep. And first stab. Oh, so
Yeah.
okay. So that'd be a crit.
Yep.
And then we add Dreadful Strikes, which is also great. And we add First to Fire. And that's the fire roll, and this is the Hunter's Mark 4th roll.
Alright, he does seem to be resistant to fire. But that seems to be the only thing that he is resistant to from what you have just
Alright.
assailed him with.
And I use the first hit to guide the second hit, because I have advantage. So that's going to be a 29.
A 29 will also hit.
And that 12 magical piercing, that'll be 6d6 for the force. And more fire.
Alrighty. With that, I believe it is the end of Hugh's turn. Bringing us then to Romulus.
Alright, so I have a speed of 30.
So,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Or is it this
yeah, it would be that bottom one. I moved wrong earlier, so.
Okay. So, 5, 15, 20,
The far one.
25, 30.
Which
I'm
would
going
put
to
you
want to
there with 30.
I'm gonna have to save my Misty Steps.
Misty stuff here. Why not?
Not while I can attack him from a distance. That's fine. I am going to. What damages can I do with this? Poison, lightning, psychic. You did psychic energy, right?
Yes.
Well, I guess I wouldn't have been able to see that, would I? That
You
that he was resistant to fire.
you did not see that he was resistant to fire. Yes, that is correct.
All right. I will take the option of the most damage. Yeah, you're right. I will probably burn another spell slot to go ahead.
Well, before you do that,
Oh,
as you cast the spell to Misty Step, instead of your normal immediate transportation, right next to you, a portal appears. About the size of a doorway, opaque in the center.
uh, um, do I wait? What?
You would recall that Zastra and Lyson talked about magic going a little wonky here.
So there's a doorway.
It's a portal, about the size of a doorway, instead of your Misty Step. It seems to have triggered this instead.
Do I see another adjacent portal next to Irid where I want to go, or no?
You just see the portal next to you.
Does it look like it's closing immediately, or?
No, it seems to be stable currently.
Okay. Hmm. I shout, just a reminder, guys, don't use teleportation magic. And I'm not gonna step in because I don't know where this leads. So I guess I will use Sorcerer's Burst, and I will try to use lightning damage.
Okay. 24. That'll hit.
Total of 20 damage.
That's an 8. You get to add an extra. It explodes.
Explosions. That is right. Let's roll another d8, right?
You roll another d8.
Oh, a 1.
So it'll strike, though it does seem that Ilrin is also resistant to lightning damage.
I cursed in my head, but alright.
And with that, it'll be the end of Romulus, your turn, and brings us back to the top of the round with Vass, which we will have to see what Vass will do after upcoming ad break. So hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue our combat. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They help us here at Wildwitch RP. Another great way of supporting us is direct donations to my Ko-fi link that's on screen and in our chat room. These donations help keep our games affordable. So stick around, support us how you can. We'll see you guys very soon. Alrighty, we are back, and it is the middle of action as Vast. We come back to your turn.
Yes. I'm pretty sure if I move and bonus action dash, because I am a speedy rogue,
Yes.
that I can get right here
I believe so, yes.
with 12 squares total of movement. And then I'm going to attack with pet scimitars, which are +1 scimitars.
Woohoo!
21.
Yeah, definitely hits.
So this will be interesting because I do so that's the scimitar damage, but I will also get sneak attack damage because Q is right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, because I have Fount of Moonlight up, it also does an extra 2d6 of radiant damage. So we're sitting at 23 right now, and then 5 more points on top of that of radiant.
Alright, yeah, it all goes through.
He takes the radiant.
Yep.
Great. Second attack. I was on a natural 20 for a million years, and then it rolled to a 2. That 10 is not going to hit.
That
I'm
is,
sure.
unfortunately, a miss.
But I have the Nyx property, so I can do an offhand attack.
Go for it.
I don't know that a 13 is going to hit, though. I think he has the same AC as me, which is...
A 13 will miss.
Damn it. Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Then we come to Ilrin's turn. And start off with that. And then he's going to... He's going to make 2 claw attacks at Hugh. The first one will miss, as will the second, and then he's going to try and bite Vass. Does an 18 hit Vass?
That would just hit, so I'm going to shield.
Okay. Shield goes up. And with that, it'll be a end of turn from Ilrin, bringing us to Hugh.
Okay, well, Hugh counterattacks. First with, he gets advantage. And we crit again!
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And then Dreadful Sprite. And I'll do the same one for Hunter's Mark. And we will do fire. And Hugh will do a lot of damage. And the next one will be 16 though.
16 will miss.
Okay, so that's it.
Alrighty. Yeah. Let me just do math here real quick. Alrighty. Romulus, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Murder.
Hell yeah. I'm here for it.
Alright, It is what she wrote. All right, so I'm gonna try to jump, I guess. Like this way, or can I just like get to over here?
Yeah, I'd say you can get there.
Okay. I was gonna try to do some acrobatics, but you know what? It's not my strong suit. So I'm going to make my first attack. That's a 17,
Just misses.
18.
Just hits.
Yo. Ugh. 6 plus 8. So 6 damage. So I guess 4 cold damage.
Correct.
And then I'm going to use my Nick property with advantage since I have bomb. 18.
Just hits.
So 17 for the third attack. And
And with that, you'd watch as Ilrin drops to the ground, dead.
oh. Slightly anticlimactic. Kind of just poke his corpse.
Yeah? It's still.
We'll stab him one more time for good measure.
Easily done.
All right. It's dead. Anyone got some like oil and thing to set this guy afire? I don't trust aberrations bodies just existing. I will come back to this portal as well. Is it still here?
Yeah?
Oh God, not another portal.
Yeah, I forgot they said something about, teleportation not working as it should. I asked, "Hey, guys, the sled is dead. You all do y'all know this portal might lead?"
As Kaisera's coming up with the oil to start burning it, Lysin and Zastra strolling behind. Lysin gives a shrug. No? You'll find out when you go through it, though.
Oh, that sounds like that's not happening anytime soon.
Well,
Okay.
waiting too much longer. You watch as the portal will fade and disappear. They seem to only last about a minute.
Noted. Okay.
Noticeably relaxes when the portal disappears. Once the oil has been applied to the corpse, Vassal sinks some fire bolts into it.
All right, yeah. The body burns.
We checked it to see if it had anything interesting on it or so. Right. We totally did that.
I didn't hear that. I heard, hey guys, we killed this lot, we need oil.
Okay.
If anyone's checking that body after that, it would have been Kaisera. You can ask her if she found anything interesting.
Find anything interesting,
That's
Sarah?
okay.
Dead slot's interesting, but I don't think that's gonna be good eatings. Other than that, nah, nothing. Nothing out there. No world peace that you seem to be looking for.
Right. I guess let's see if we can get your first mate back on good terms and get leadership restored.
Yeah, well, tell you what. You done some good stuff here, I'll be keeping watch on what's going on here. I'll take a trip down with you, see if I can knock some sense in him, and well, maybe we'll be able to get through to him this time.
And hopefully, the priestess who this slod held captive will be able to heal him in some way.
Sirit, you found Sirit? That's good.
I walk her back to. We probably walk back towards the mess hall, and I say, "Sirit, it's over. We killed him."
As you call back, you would notice where she's sitting next to Devaris and talking to him, and will turn over. Good, good. Let's go talk to Fugaro. Let's see if we can settle this.
Indeed. You coming? God, I
Of
just
course.
had a name.
Good joy.
Castera. Sorry.
Hi, Sarah. Yep.
All right. Head on down.
Alright, so as you will make your way down, should probably center that. You approach the stateroom once more. And Sirit will be the one to knock first, and Figaro, it's Sirit. I know that things might be a little upside down right now, but well, we've got some people here that can help, and I can help too, but we need to get inside. Hi, Sarah, leaning up against the door. Yeah. Look. He's always had a good head in these sort of situations. Seems that, maybe that pressure got to you, but these folks, they ain't gonna hurt you none, right? And she looks to the three of you.
She wants us to say something, or?
Yeah, she's looking at you guys for, talk up here.
No, we don't wish you any harm.
We just want to make sure that you and everyone on the ship is safe.
There is quiet for a moment. And then the door opens. You see beyond you the stateroom. A simple but elegant room. There's warm light of the wall sconces that bathe the mahogany bookshelves and crimson bed sheets, and the spectral blue hand of a mage hand disappearing, leaving your visuals to see a purple-skinned tiefling where he sits on the edge of the bed. He stares blankly at the wall, but his head is cocked towards the door. And he is tense. His posture that of a wound spring, and he seems to pull his attention away from the wall to look at everyone.
I will look to Sirit and kind of let her go in first to see if she can help him. Someone more familiar, because I don't want to step in the room and, you know. But I'll let Sirit and try to go in and sort of ease his tension. And I'll stay at the door.
Sirit will go in. Hysera will just sort of lean, watching everything in. And anyone else who would like to go in as well is welcome to do so. But you do hear where Sirit is talking in a low and sort of calm voice towards Figaro.
I'll let her do her magic. Because, I mean, there's nothing. Like, well, I'll ask her, do you think you can help him, or?
Let me check something here.
Figaro. Figaro.
She will nod and just sort of, all right, Figaro, lean down for me. And she'll rest her hands on his temples, sort of cradling his face, and begins to utter words, and the air becomes filled with a warmth, and you watch as the sort of tension bleeds out. The glassy gaze becomes clear again as whatever magic Sirit performs soothes the mind of Figaro. There. That should have you back to how you should be. And he nods, looks to you. There's still a wariness on him, but it's more the wariness of, a first-time meeting, not someone terrified like he used to be. No. Terribly sorry of the state that you encountered me in. Figaro, first mate of Lambent Zenith.
I'm Romulus. These are my companions. I'll let y'all guys introduce yourselves.
To there, your servants.
We we came here not by accident. But we are in search of the rod that you and your crew have in your possession.
He stands up and will wave you in, and let's not speak of that so loudly in the areas where anyone can overhear.
All right, I walk in and gesture for the others to join us and close the door.
Kaisera will volunteer to stay outward and act as a guard. And he seems a little more at ease now. Yes.
Uh,
We. I am aware of what we've have present. Most understand it just to be a powerful magical artifact. This is one piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. That's what you're searching for, yes?
yes. Um, we don't mean to steal it from you. We will aid the crew, hopefully, in getting out of the situation. Um, Perhaps in return we get the item, or if there needs to be a compensation. But we do desperately need the item.
Well,
We are up against a great evil that we won't be able to beat without it.
you'll have to travel to the prow. It's beneath the bridge. That is where the safe room is. But you must be aware that there are security protocols within it.
We've been told there is some type of a barrier or vault of some kind.
Yes. It is a safe room. And it is powered by two rooms kept in different locations aboard the ship. Both must be dispelled for the safe room to open.
Okay.
It will be difficult to find. They are invisible. There is one room here on the headboard of the bed somewhere. The other room is within the ship's study. It's above the desk upon the wall. You could cast a dispel magic upon the rune to deactivate it, but you would need to see the rune to do so. If you can find Captain Inda, she might have another way to dispel or deactivate the runes.
Of course. Well, I believe between me and my tiefling friend here, Vass, we can both see invisibility. Would that help us to see the runes?
Yes, you have an astute eye and the capability to see that which cannot be. Yes.
Right. And you said they're in two locations: the study and where else?
Here in this room, upon the bed's headboard, and within, and the other within the study, which is not part of this portion of the wreck.
Is it part of the middle of the ship or the front of the ship?
It is in the starboard, so
Okay. Very well. Does that still have invisibility up, or is that a concentration, or that would have died off by now?
It's not concentration, it lasts an hour.
Oh,
We ate
yeah.
and then had a fight after I cast it. So I don't know if it's been an hour.
I'd say you are just at the ends of it. I'd say you've got maybe a few more minutes of it left. Like
Okay. Did
5 minutes left of it.
he say there was a rune in this room?
There is.
Yeah, on the headboard
The
of the bed.
headboard of the
Okay.
bed.
Can I see it?
With a... With your invisibility up, yes, you would be able to.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the one in here, but I don't have a way to just spell it. Maybe I can point it out where it is, and you can dispel it. Romulus.
The caster would have to see it, right?
Ster would have to see it, is what Figaro said.
Okay. Oh, okay. We get to see invisibility from Vecna's link, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
You
I
don't
will use.
do it once a
I will.
day.
Yeah, I will use mine.
Okay.
And then I will then also cast see invisible, or sorry, the spell magic.
Yeah. You can
Last third level.
easily do that. And that is the rune down. So now you just have to find the other one to deactivate it.
Right. Thank you, Figaro. If we can find the captain, we'll make sure she gets to safety.
He nods appreciatively.
Is there any other crew members throughout the ship that we should look out for?
Potentially. The virus came from another fragment. He said that there were survivors there. Perhaps there are more people, but as we don't travel through these spaces due to the dangers, we can't tell you any accuracies.
Well, we'll try to make our way to the next section of the ship and do as thorough as an investigation as we can. We'll probably make camp there for the day. If we depending on if we run into anything else that will deplete our personal resources. Is there anything else you guys need from us before we head out?
As they look at each other, you don't see anything, but go ahead, let me check something here real quick. Vass. With your passive insight, you can tell that there is something going on with Figaro.
Okay.
But seeing that the situation here is sort of calmed down with Figaro being aided and you getting the information you need, Sirit will make her way out and back towards the rest of the crew.
Voss will hang back in the room as everyone else is kind of filing out.
Okay. As you hang back,
And then
You would notice, of course, Figaro still. He paces a bit after everything.
Um, After everyone's left, Vast, Vast will say, "I'm glad Sarah was able to help you. You seemed pretty disoriented when we were first chatting with you. Are you sure you're all right?"
I'm fine now. Sarah was able to clear whatever Ilrin dug his fingers into in my mind. Just having to wake up and he just motions broadly to everything. It's my fault, you know, all of this. I knew that there were dangers in this portion of the Astral Sea, but this route was economical. I believed in the Lambents and our crew. It'd be easy for us. So I didn't tell the captain. And here we are.
I mean, I don't know much about the Astral Sea. My first time here. But I get the sense that, similar to most other places, probably everywhere you go is going to be dangerous to some degree or another. So, communication is important, certainly, but I wouldn't shoulder this burden fully yourself. That's a heavy weight to carry.
He'll nod. But whether or not he takes it to heart may take some time to see. However, you all have gained another secret.
Ooh. How many secrets is that so far?
You have 3 secrets learned.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. I need to find a place to notate these 3 secrets.
Uh, Sorry, I'm making notes and I can't talk and write at the same time. Um, Vath will, in an attempt to leave him with something or cheer him up in some way, Vath will say, "I'm afraid you missed my performance earlier. Uh, don't think Ilrin enjoyed it that much." And I'll give him a bardic inspiration by repeating one of the sassiest one-liners from the lyrics, and I'll give him a bardic inspiration.
He'll crack a bit of a smile at that. That perhaps still has some things to think through and process. So. What would you like to do now?
I'll catch up with the others.
All right. Easily done.
All right. Um. All right, guys. We want to try to get to the next part of the ship. Now that things are secured over here. You, there's a giant orange thing on your beard.
So, heading to the next area would reveal the stern that you can see. There seems to be a tree growing out of it. So, you can try and rest up before you head out, either through a short or long rest, your choice. Again, time does not exist in the astral plane, or in the astral sea. Or you can just attempt to make the trek across now, as you are.
What are you guys doing?
Um. Well, I like I said before, I feel like we can try to investigate the next section of the ship that we see where that I think that tree's popping up out of it. Um, and I guess set up camp there before we head further. I mean, I'm not entirely tapped out of spell slots, but um, I'm not entirely against pasting ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad for resources. I wouldn't if either of you would benefit from a short rest, I wouldn't be opposed
Oh,
to
I haven't
that.
hardly done anything.
Yeah.
What'd you say here?
I barely used anything. I'm completely fine.
Okay.
Which is
So
part of the
yeah,
course.
I'm yeah. Like I said, I'm down to go to the next part, and then we can go from there if we feel like we want to tackle the third part of the ship. But I'm okay with investigating the next half of it and setting up shop there.
Alright. As
Hey,
you... Oh, go ahead.
I'm assuming with all these conversations we've had, it's been at least 10 minutes since the start of the combat.
Yes.
I am no longer glowing with a natural spotlight. That's gone.
Alright.
Onward. We're
So,
gone on a trip on our favorite crash ship. Dun-dun-dun.
it's about 300 feet to travel from the stern castle to the starboard segment. As you are traveling across, there is a movement in this portion. I'm going to ask for perception rolls.
Ah, yes. I'm so good at those.
Number
Bag
13.
It's Vass and Hugh that spot the little bob of light that you had seen from the star anglers before. It seems you've got another one here trying to catch your attention.
How far away is it?
I'd say when you notice it, it's about 70 or so feet away.
And is it in the direction that we're traveling? Or
It would. It's like a perpendicular, like you are traveling and it is coming to intercept you.
oh, I see. Oh, looks like we got another one of those giant fish things.
Alright. I guess let's go murder it.
Alright. So, we're just going to pretend that this is all astral sea, veiny terrain, as you guys are moving across. And just gonna get you back some so we've got room. This is very small grounds to work with. Alright. So. I'll put him right there. As he swims through the astral area, let's roll initiatives, since you're aware.
Yay!
Oh, look at you.
Oh, man. For a non-important fight.
Every fight is an important fight. Alright, Hugh, what was your initiative?
24.
Lovely. Alright, so, you get to start us out. You've got a star angler about 70 feet away from you.
Okay, I will Hunter's Mark and shoot with my bow.
Heck yeah.
It's 21
Oh yeah,
and a 27.
both definitely hit.
7 and 12 piercing. 9 force and the angler's load.
Okay. And anything else from Hugh?
That'll be it.
Romulus, it's your go.
Okay, so movement when flying. In the Astral Sea, it's how many plus our movement?
Your movement is 5 times your intelligence score. That would be the speed that you've got.
Okay. Alright, I got 60. So 5, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Not as close as I want to get. I'm not trying to teleport again because I don't want to open up any more portals. So we're gonna do sorcerer's burst.
You don't want to have a fun time in the portals?
No. You evil lady, no.
23 hits.
I'll do fire. And it explodes. It
Ooh.
explodes again.
Yeah.
Ah, man. So close. But, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
That is a lot. Got a little bit of a baked fish going on here.
Yeah. So, card explodes in his face. Happy. And I end my turn.
Alright.
Instant mode.
And then Vass, you come to your turn.
Okay. If I use my bonus action to do steady aim to give myself advantage, would that mean that I could fly sneak attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what it's
And
for.
that is what I will do. I will bonus action steady aim and I will shoot what is it called? A reverberation shot from the short bow of melodies at this toothy fish. The 19.
That'll hit.
Perfect. So that's gonna be 18 points of piercing and 4 points of thunder.
Beautiful.
And my second shot's a dirty 20. And that will do 9 points of piercing and 4 points of thunder.
Alright, this thing looking very, very rough. However, it came here wanting a meal. And by whatever god's out in this astral sea, it's gonna try as it moves up to Romulus and will attempt to bite. That is a 16 on the first attempt. A gentleman's 20 on the second.
I'll allow it.
For 18 points of piercing damage. And then a 27 on the last attack. For 19 points of piercing damage.
Probably should have shielded for the second attack.
And that'll be it for our Star Angler. Meaning, Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay. Lay on the bowcraft again, I guess. 12 and 26.
26 hits.
11 and piercing and 6 more.
All right. It's looking really, really bad here. As Hugh's turn comes to an end, Romulus, it is your go. You are right in front of this thing.
All right. Take out the cold flame sword. 22.
Yep.
Plus. So, 14 for the cold damage, if that matters.
All of it is enough, as this thing is dead.
All right.
So. You are no longer bound to initiative and can make your way, continuing across the wreckage of the lambent zenith, to...
I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh,
drink a potion.
yeah, go for it.
Get one of my graders.
Yeah, usually done. But as you finish the trek to the starboard top deck, you see that the flooring is uneven. Roots have woven around the planks, and jutting from the segment 4 is the wreckage of a lifeboat. And it is atop this smaller wreck. There is a stout tree with vibrant pink and red blossoms. And as you arrive, you will have time to investigate this segment in our next session. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I will see you all in our next stream, but until then, head over to wildwitch.com. Check us out there. You can join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself, or just keep up to date with our announcements. Follow us here on Twitch for our live streams. Head over to YouTube for our VODs. But until the next one, it'll be a see you later.